A fight for the right to be number one. It's the coach. This is the 2019 season on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a battle of the top two teams in the AFC West, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're out to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A minute ago, Arrowhead was rocking. The offense led out by All-Pro tight end Travis Kelce as the Chiefs get set to match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Wide open, Julian Edelman. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. Time to roll through the defensive starting lineup for the LA Chargers. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Here we go. Blue 45.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And the third down pass falls incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And Butker able to put this one through. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here's Rivers. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off. Usually steps and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And we get a quick look at the Chargers starting offense.
I have to admit, I've rather enjoyed watching Melvin Gordon's improvement as he's developed as an NFL player, because it started for me in college. Every year he was in school, he would add something extra to his game. First year, he knew how to run. He wanted to add pass receiving to his game. The next year, he wanted to add pass protection to his game. Did all of that. That turned him into a first-rounder, and now a front-line NFL back. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's got a man. It's Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end,
Still
hold
first down.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily active.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Now it's Ellington to return. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
Here we go.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board. We'll see. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down.
Here we go now. Blue.
Now West. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Ready. Blue 45.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And going deep for Hill. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So they got some pressure, maybe hoping to get a safety, and they get roughing the passer.
And gave up a pass completion as well. Nothing really went right on that play for them.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Danny Trevathan. Coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Throwing Rivers. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run there.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
12.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. His throw caught right around the 6. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Gordon. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. He's airing it out for Williams. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
He's got his man. It's Williams. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and maybe an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little. They bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On target over the middle to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Ready, blue 45, blue.
Mahomes now on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
False start, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he stopped immediately there. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Ready, blue 45.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On play action, Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Play fake, Rivers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by for Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. On first down, Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Green 90.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Ready, blue 45.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Mahomes now to throw. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Point after, right down the middle. And it makes the score 21-10. Butker now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. Rivers now to throw on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Here's Gordon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be from 49 yards out. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will get the lead up to 14. And so they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started out on the West Coast in Oakland. And it's the Texans out in front as that one is just about to halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. From there, we head east to Minnesota to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. 31-10 was the final score. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they've got...
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Going up top. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Rivers to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more? Yeah,
perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down. Gets past one man. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get is that offensively things are starting to pile up against them, and they've got to find a way to stop that. Conversely, how about the great call by the defensive coordinator? He realized that he's got him on the run a little bit. That call was made to get upfield penetration by his defensive front to try and get into the gaps, get upfield into the backfield, and make a big play. I think that was actually called not so much just to, to get it done that way, but to say, hey, guess what? We're going to be aggressive, and we had an opportunity and seized it.
They don't have his man. That's Edelman. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Here we go now.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well, a great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Gordon, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end...
We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. On second down, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down. I hope we don't see another play like that. I'll guarantee you the offensive coordinator, he's looking at his play sheet. He can't find it either.
Yeah, big loss there on the pass completion. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Mahomes now on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up second down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now it's Mahomes again. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready, blue 45.
And again, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Holding offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Ready, green 90.
Mahomes to throw once more. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your
down.
discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And here's motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row.
False start, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he gets it down to the 32. The penalty set him back. Now a big play moves him forward. It's 2nd down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down
False
your
start,
throat.
offense.
So that one will be accepted. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8.
Green 39.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Holding, offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything. Everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Now here's Mahomes. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
245.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 44. This is Gordon. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Rivers. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Gordon on 1st down. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They run it here with Gordon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll get this down to about the 30-31-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And Down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for our visitors, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year.